Welcome back to Culinary Tours. Today we're going to be doing a Grand Marnier souffle. And Grand Marnier is basically an orange liqueur. It's very good. It comes from France. Okay, so our ingredients, we have butter, we have egg whites, we have egg yolks, we have sugar, we have white chocolate, we have vanilla extract, we have zest of 1 orange, we have 3 tablespoons of flour, we have our Grand Marnier, which is an orange liqueur, we have sugar, and we have our milk. Now keep in mind the recipe is going to be in the link below in the description, so you don't have to worry about the ingredients right now. Okay, we have the oven preheated to 400 degrees, as you can probably hear it in the background a little bit. But what we're going to do first is we're going to take 4 ramekins. This is a ramekin. We're going to take 4 of them. What we're going to do is take 4 ramekins. We're going to take a tablespoon of butter, thoroughly coat the inside of that ramekin really good, and I'll show you in a second what it's going to look like. You want that good and thoroughly coated like that. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. You're going to do that to all 4. When you have all 4 completed, you're going to take your sugar, dump some sugar in there, and you're going to coat the ramekin thoroughly like that with sugar. So it's going to be thoroughly coated like that. We're going to do that with all 4 ramekins and put them to the side. The reason why you want to coat the ramekin with butter first is it helps keep it from sticking. The sugar actually helps rise and puff up above the ramekin, as you'll see later on when I pull it out of the oven. Alright, now we have everything thoroughly coated with the ramekins. We're going to start melting the butter. So what we're going to do is we're going to melt this butter here. Alright, this butter is thoroughly melted. What we're going to do now, we're going to add flour to it. And we're going to mix that together. Basically what we're doing is making a roux. And you want to just cook that flour for about a minute or 2. Just make sure everything's cooked good. As you can see, it's coming together really good right now. You don't want to go dark. You don't want to make a dark roux where it has that caramel flavor to it. You don't want that. You just want that nice white roux like this. Alright, we have a roux mixed up. Now what we're going to do, we're going to slowly add the milk to it. As you slowly add the milk to it, you want to whisk it thoroughly. Make sure it's combined really good. As you can see, the milk is getting soaked up into it. Make sure it's smooth. Keep whisking. Alright, it's thickening up nice. Alright, we're going to keep whisking that. Now what we're going to do, while that's heating through, we're going to add our white chocolate to it. And we're just going to keep mixing. Add a pinch of salt. And make sure that it's thoroughly dissolved. There's no lumps of chocolate in there. Okay, now in a separate bowl, what we're going to do is we're going to take our egg yolks. We're going to take our vanilla extract, the Grand Marnier, and the orange zest. And we're going to thoroughly mix them. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take our mixture, our flour mixture with the white chocolate, and we're just going to temper the egg yolks with it. Just slowly pour it in there as you're whisking the egg yolk mixture. And what that's going to do is temper the egg yolks. You don't want to go too fast. You don't want to pour that entire pot in there, because what's going to happen is you're going to make scrambled eggs. Now we have our egg yolks tempered. What we're gonna do with them, we're gonna set these aside to cool. We put our egg whites in there. Now we're gonna whisk it until the egg whites are frothy. Now you can use a stand mixer to do this, but for egg whites, it'll be just easier to use it by hand. Now we have our egg whites frothy. Now let's dump in the sugar. We're gonna keep whisking until we have soft peaks. We do not have soft peaks yet, so we're gonna keep whisking. All right, we have soft peaks, as you can see right there. Now you wanna be careful with this. You do not wanna lose all that air that you spend so much time beating into the egg whites. Okay, so what we're gonna do with our egg white mixture, we're gonna gently fold just a small amount of our egg white into our egg yolk mixture. And that's just to help start getting it incorporated. So what we're doing is we're just incorporating the egg white mixture into the egg yolk mixture. And you don't wanna go too crazy. You don't wanna really whisk it. You just wanna keep folding it so it's mixed in there, it's airy. And basically just adding a little bit at a time helps incorporate it. So it makes it easier for the rest of the egg white mixture to get incorporated. Now we're adding the remainder of the egg whites. Now we're just gonna fold it in there. You don't wanna go too crazy folding it in there. This is my preferred method of combining egg whites and egg yolks. As you see, I'm turning the bowl as I'm cutting in the center and pulling out like that. Wanna make sure that you do not over mix it and end up basically with just egg white and egg yolk soup. You still wanna have some of that air left into it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 4 ramekins that we buttered and sugared. We're gonna put the batter into the ramekin and we're gonna bake it for about 15-20 minutes until it has risen and it's golden brown on top. Now that's what our batter looks like in the ramekin. You don't want to go too crazy, you don't want to tap the air out. Now a recipe like this, a souffle, it's best to serve it right out of the oven. You put your sauce, your garnish, whatever on it, and serve it right away. If not, it's going to deflate. It'll still be edible and delicious, but it's not going to look as presentable. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our 4 ramekins, we're going to put them on a tray, and like I said, we're going to bake that for 15 to 20 minutes until golden brown on top and it has risen up nicely, and we'll be back. Okay, now we're just taking these out of the oven. Look how much they puffed up on us. That's actually the incorporation, the air into the egg white. That's what makes it puffed up. But look how delicious that looks. Now you can serve this any which way you want. A little powdered sugar on top, or you can make it creme anglaise, which is basically an ice cream base. Put a little crack in here and then just drizzle the ice cream base. But let's take a look at the inside, what it looks like. Look at that, look how delicious that looks. Look at that center, look how creamy and custardy it looks. I don't know if you guys could see that very well, but look how nice and creamy and custardy that looks. Let's taste it. It is hot as can be, but it is delicious. I got that orange zest, and I had that Grand Marnier in the background. That orange flavor from the Grand Marnier, which makes it even better. It is delicious. This is a recipe you guys have to try. I highly recommend it. Would anybody like a bite? Now I'm going to take another bite. As you can see, these are already deflating. Like I said previously, this is one of those recipes that you want to make and serve it right away. As soon as it comes out of the oven, you put your creme anglaise, your powdered sugar, whatever, and you want to serve it right away. But they're still going to taste really good deflated. It's just that they look more presentable when they're puffed up like they were. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is our Grand Marnier souffle. It is delicious, and I have to tell you guys, you should try it at home.